guys, Alex's Random World here. I just want to share you a little tutorial for some completely unrelated to the channel, sort of, for the most part. I'm going to show you how to game development sort of for the quest, and this goes for any quest. I'm just using my quest 3. So this is for Unity, obviously. Yeah, just use just use anything above 2022.32 and you'll be fine, alright? So you're gonna start off by going to VR Core, and then I'm just gonna name it VR Test. And you can disable this. Connect to Unity Cloud. It really doesn't do anything. And you're gonna create project. You're just gonna wait here for a while. Oh yeah, and also when you're installing that version, make sure you turn on the Android. And you can do that in installs, and you just install it with Android. It's pretty obvious. There's just a checkbox there, and it'll say Android. Basically what you do is the settings and then add modules, and then there's going to be a bunch of checkboxes and just add Android. You don't need WebGL. I was just doing that for another game that I was working on. So also make sure you have developer mode on your headset. There's a billion tutorials on that on YouTube already, so I'm not going to explain that because that's a lot to it's a pretty long process, but it's not too difficult. Also make sure you're using either Airlink or the cable link, and then you'll get this green check mark if your cable's fast enough. By the way, the default charging cable sadly is not fast enough to connect it. I'm going to show another thing that you're going to need while this is still going. If you open up Steam, you're going to need Steam VR. This is just the easiest way to do it. There's some other way to do it in theory, but Steam VR is the only one that worked for me. So I sort of figured this out by myself, sort of. But I had this issue for a while. I'm talking half a year. I couldn't figure this out. But anyway. You're also, so when you run Steam VR, it's automatically going to open on your headset because it gets recognized by Oculus. It's a recognized app by Oculus. So this is why. And here, just wait for these last packages to unpackage, to get opened, installed, whatever. Alright. Just let it do its thing. And we're going to close this. And it's actually really simple. You're not going to need to do anything to this scene. I'm just using this because it already has all the different settings that you're going to need and stuff. Anyway, I'm just going to close this tutorials tab because we don't really need that. And also just click around here if you want to know how anything works. So you'll be able to grab some objects. You'll be able to grab this, for example, so you can just like check out what the different code is on here. Like they have some XR grab interactable, so I'm assuming that's what makes it grabbable. And also XR general grab transformer. I'm assuming that's also something to do with grabbing. I'm gonna figure this out anyway in some other time. So now that we're all loaded up, we're gonna want to put our headset on, make sure it's connected, and you should be going into like a room, like a white room when you get in. It's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, when you open up your headset, you should be in a white room. And you're gonna want to launch your Steam VR. So, in your Steam VR, you're gonna, on your left controller, you're gonna press your, uh, like, menu button or whatever. You know, the one I'm talking about. And then you're gonna have a little bar at the bottom of your screen. And you're gonna have your Steam logo, and then, monitor and headset. And then you're just gonna have a monitor, which is your desktop. And you're gonna be able to like click different stuff. So, like I can like click right here and like scale down the 3D icons, stuff like that. You know, check out all this stuff, scroll through these components. Anyway, you're gonna want to press the play button, and it's gonna do its loading thing. And now, hopefully, wait, I'm just gonna make it so it not free spec by maximize. All right, so you're gonna just you can just figure out the controls here. They're pretty simple. And then you have some interactable stuff. You can spin this thing around. Here are some like objects you can grab and stuff. What you sadly can't do by default is like make it come closer to you. The object is just stuck that far away from you. You need to go like so. That object has a collider, but I don't. Oh, you can grab it. You can, and you can make. You can grab that. Yep. Make confetti go out of it. Cool. Like I don't know a bunch of the stuff that's in here, but there's a bunch of cool stuff. Teleporting is really easy. And basically you just have a bunch of like stuff here. So like you have a drop down menu, just a normal button, a slider, a switch, a thing to move this around. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically it. And if you want to exit this, you're gonna press that same button, that like menu button. And then you're just gonna click exit game. It's gonna show like the name of your project, return the game, controller bindings, video settings, and exit game. And that's about it. So I hope that helped people that have the same issue as me. And see you next time, I guess.